Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. I love being pampered at my girlfriend's house. This is kind of embarrassing, but I just love going to her place and being treated like a king. Her apartment is smaller than mine, but it is much cozier. Every time I go over there I can count on snacks, drinks, and a home-cooked meal. Most times I can count on a massage too. But by far my favorite place is her bedroom. Her room is very girly, but it is so comfortable. Her sheets and pillows are really soft and I feel like melt into bed. This is pretty embarrassing, but she also bought me some womaner's pajamas for when I sleep over there. If you haven a tea buy some. They are the most comfortable pieces of clothing I have ever worn. Now that it's winter and a bit colder, she told me to try a pair of her fuzzy socks and one of her fuzzy sweatshirts, and I can say for certain it's the most comfortable I've ever been. Also, Uggs are amazing. I sometimes wear hers around the house just because I love how soft they feel on my feet. Also in her room though, she has an Xbox and Nintendo Switch. When I got sick last year she wanted to take care of me, and so I spent the week at her place while she nursed me back to health. She let me bring my PS4 and she enjoyed watching and playing with me so much she bought a Switch and Xbox, so now we have all three consoles. I love watching her play. She's not a very good player in most games because she's really new to gaming. Whereas I've been playing my entire life basically. But I like how she's grown to enjoy something because of me. It's great for her too because she's kind of a dominant type and has a protective instinct, and when I'm at hers I just kind of let myself be at ease and let her dominate me and cuddle me. I used to hate cuddling, but now I kind of like it. We have recently been discussing moving in together and we both agreed her place is the best option. I already spend most days there anyway. Many times I blow off a night out with my guy friends because I know instead of getting drunk and hungover I will get pampered and cuddled by my girlfriend. Just had confess this because I would never admit this in real life. Also, Jay, if you read this, I love you and I appreciate being spoiled by you. I showed this to my girlfriend and she is flattered many of you think she's wifey material and that I need to start thinking similarly. Lol. Thanks for all the kind responses, everyone. End of story. Next story. A friend of mine stopped me from suicide last night and doesn't even know it. So, last week I was in a really bad manic episode. So I called Natty stop moving and talking and I was just all over the place. Over the weekend, I switched into a really bad depressive episode and it hit me hard. This week I have had such a hard time doing literally anything. Every day I had contemplated suicide. 2 days ago, no one talked to me voluntarily. Which is hurtful to anyone, but my fucked up mind thought that meant that no one cared about me. That night, I tried to break things off with my significant other because she shouldn't have to deal with how much of a mess I am. I was supposed to go to my significant other's parents' house this weekend. But wasn't feeling up for it, so she went by herself. Yesterday, no one talked to me again. Around 9:30 p. or so, I drove to a cliff nearby and sat there. I told myself that if no one reached out to me by midnight, then I'd drive off the cliff. My significant other's best friend, who I became friends with over time, messaged me at about 10 p. I was scared that she was going to say how much she hated me for hurting my significant other or something like that, and I thought for sure it would have sent me over the edge. Literally. Instead, she sent me a message that said, hey, You're so sad that you are going through a rough time right now. I don't know a whole lot about bipolar. But she said that you are in a depressive state. If you ever need me, feel free to call or text me. I'll be there as soon as I can if you need someone to come up to you. Oh. She saved my life. I came home and got into some sweatpants and laid in bed. She saved my life. And has no idea she did so. Edit. Thank you all so much for your overwhelming kindness. I ended up falling back asleep and woke up to so many people trying to help. You guys are incredible. Edit 2. My first silver and gold, but honestly I don't think this post deserved it. They should have been used on someone else's post in my opinion. Edit 3. I just want to say that if anyone out there needs someone to talk to, my message box will always be open. Last night would have been my 4th attempt. I haven't done anything serious in so long because of my wonderful pup. Here some photos of her. My baby. Hazel. My pup. If you need someone to talk to that understands all this and helps other people for a living, message me. Edit 4. You guys have all made my day a little better. The fact that over 100 people have messaged me either in the comments or via PM telling me that they are glad I didn't follow through last night means so much. You are all amazing, compassionate, kind-hearted angels and I appreciate you so much. End of story. Next story. I lied to my family about graduating college and brought him overseas to my graduation or so. I'm American and chose to go to college overseas. We have no connections overseas. No family abroad. I just decided I wanted to go and went. First it was this whole big thing and my parents cut me off and didn't support my decision, but then I started doing really well overseas. I was doing great in my classes. I got a great job. An amazing boyfriend, etc. So, now I have become the golden child of the family that paved my way in the world and did what nobody thought I could and succeeded and all this whatever. Well, at my university there was a requirement that in addition to finishing all your coursework, you had to become proficient in a second language in order to graduate. The university offered language classes weren't set up well and were only offered at 8 a.m. every day, which sometimes conflicted with mandatory other courses. So, I kind of just forgot about it until I get a call from my mother that she booked flights for the whole family to come overseas to my graduation because she got an email from the school with the dates and an invite. At this point I thought, oh my god, the language requirement. And I realized that my whole family of 5 is going to spend thousands of dollars to fly overseas, just to find out that I haven't met the language requirement and can't graduate. Naturally, there's no way I was going to let that happen. I started frantically trying to learn a language and realized there's literally no way for me to learn a whole language in one semester. So I went to the head of the school and gave her this whole load of bullshit about how my non-existent language tutor thought I should take the language exam at the end of the summer after the graduation because I have test anxiety and all this. Miraculously they bought it after I gave them my tutor's boyfriend's phone number to work out the details. They ended up letting me walk in graduation on the condition that I took the test at the end of the summer. My whole family came. My boyfriend's family came. I got gifts. And honestly I felt so terrible and also paranoid somehow they would find out. But they didn't. I pulled it off. I ended up taking the test at the end of the summer and failing. To this day my parents think I graduated, but I actually never did. Until today. I got a letter that the school dropped the policy and I will get my diploma in the mail in a month. What? Somehow this whole thing worked to my advantage. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.